Cancer, this is your reading. Hi, welcome in. I'm Venusian Alchemist, an intuitive modern mystic with over a decade of experience in this game. How are you doing? How are you keeping? I hope you're well. So this will be a timeless message for you. It will apply to your sun and rising. So let me know for what placement you're watching for, or if you are a cross watcher for Cancer. All that I ask is that you have discernment when receiving this timeless message, when it finds you, whether that's at the time of release or 5 years from now. I don't know. When it finds you, trust it. Okay, we'll keep it short, simple, to the point, with nothing short of clarity and truth. Don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, and consider subscribing for more videos like this. This is a brand new channel, and I am leaning on your support to reach my personal goals. So, with that said, Cancer, let's open your energy with the Major Arcana to see what's happening within and around you at this time. So, Cancer, what's going on? What's going on? The Hermit. Heavy Virgo energy. You could have strong Virgo in your chart with the Strength and the Empress. Ooh. Someone's pregnant here. Could be pregnant, Cancer. Yeah, 1-1 on my timer as I said that. You're pregnant. And you feel like you can enjoy this pregnancy. For some of you, you are fully enjoying this pregnancy. Like I said, I've got the Hermit, the Strength card, and the Empress. Okay, so for some of you, like I said, you're pregnant and you are at the stage of pregnancy where you are able to enjoy it. Okay, for some others, you feel like this pregnancy or this new phase of your life, if we're not talking about pregnancy, you are being called to work on your self-esteem, but like behind the scenes, alone, you know? You're pouring into yourself. You're working on your self-confidence. You could be working on your body as well, like your physical appearance, maybe. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Like I said, you've got strong Virgo, Leo, and Taurus/Libra on the table here. So you could have these placements strongly in your chart, or you could be dealing with any of these signs. If your life path 3, I could be talking to you. If your birthday falls on the 17th, I could be talking to you as well. So with that said, why is the Hermit here, Spirit? What are we talking about for my Cancers, please? What's going on? There's an energy of introspection, of truth. You're trying to find your truth here. Your sense of self. Yeah, Page of Swords, exactly. You're trying to kill your ego, Cancer. You're trying to kill your ego here. Okay. 8 of Swords just flipped here. So there's a belief system or a mindset that you're trying to actively dismantle here. Okay. Makes you feel self-conscious, makes you feel small, makes you feel like you're playing small. That's something that you're actively dismantling here. And like I said, you're doing this behind the scenes. You're keeping it under wraps. This feels deeply personal to you. So that's what I see here. Again, strong air energy. Interesting. Give me one more, actually. The number 8 could be significant for someone here. 8 did show up. You could be manifesting, you know, better self-esteem, that kind of thing. Releasing limiting beliefs here. Letting go of some toxic traits about you. Or at least learn to integrate them. 2 of Cups. 2 things. You could be choosing self-compassion, or you could be doing this because you want to improve a relationship that you have. So maybe for some of you, you realize, if we're romantically speaking, you realize that you're the problem. So shout out to you if you realize that in this case, you are the problem. You need to do better. Okay, I do see for some of you, for a lot of you actually, you are doing this for the sake of salvaging a romantic connection. For some others, you're doing this to save yourself. To save yourself. Releasing limiting beliefs, behaviors, mindsets, societal expectations that were placed on you, especially if your culture has a lot of influence on how you live your life. You know, I have to have this many kids by this age, or I have to abide by this and this and this because of my culture, that kind of thing. You're releasing all of that. You're releasing all of that. And like I said, for some others, you are trying to improve yourself because you realize that actually, romantically speaking, I'm the problem and I need to do better. So that's what I see here. Talk to me about the Strength card here. What's the Strength card telling us here? I think I mentioned 8-8 is significant for someone. 7 of Cups is here. Mental turmoil. Yeah, I do see that here. Because once you start letting go of certain things, that kind of manifests itself in your life and in your environment. So people start disappearing, things start falling apart before they fall into place. So it feels like a chaotic time for you. But also you understand that in the long run, this is what you're trying to emanate, the archetype of the Empress. So you are coming to the understanding of, in order for the new to come in, I have to shed the old. I am spoiled for choice when it comes to something here. This could be a relationship, maybe you're open to dating and there's too many choices and you need to kind of narrow it down before you lose your shit. Okay, I do see that here. Let me get one more actually. You're learning to manipulate energy here. You're learning to transmute pain into power. Okay, you're learning to transmute pain into power. If you have Lilith in your 7th house, I want you to study more about that placement and what it means for you. Okay, the number 7 showed up on my timer again. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. If you have Lilith in the 7th house, study that placement. It will give you a lot of answers to things that you may not be aware of here. Okay, the King of Wands is here. There's a Divine Masculine here. That's showed up. Why is he here? They want to spoil you for choice here, this Divine Masculine. They want to give you options. They want to give you options. They want to open you up to a certain standard of living, a certain lifestyle, a certain way of doing things that you may not be aware of. I like this energy of this King of Wands here. It doesn't feel toxic. I like it. It feels supportive, protective. It's coming through to open up your eyes, to give you options, to show you that you do have options, that there's different ways of doing things here. There's different ways to deal with your emotions here, or navigate through them, or something like this. They could be a Leo, doesn't necessarily have to be, but they could be a Leo or have strong Leo placements in their chart, this Divine Masculine. Or a woman who's in her masculine, but at this time you could do with their help. Again, flip it where it needs to go. 4-4 on my timer. You could be seeing 4-4 quite a lot. If that's the case, I'm talking to you, Cancer. Right, talk to me about the Empress, please. I do see that over the next few months, you will learn to regulate your emotions, understand that for a lot of you, you're the problem, and you will better yourself, okay? You will better yourself. Let's see. The 2 of Swords did kind of show up as I was shuffling, and I immediately got this, I want to cut my mother off type of energy. So that could be the case for you, Cancer. Maybe you want to cut your mother off completely. This could be confirmation that that's the right move for you at this time, Cancer. If that's something that you've been thinking about doing but didn't really have the courage to. Okay. 2-2 is significant as well. But let's see. Why is the Empress here? King of Swords. You need to learn to intellectualize something here, Cancer. Perhaps you need to learn about what a healthy divine feminine is, or what nurturing energy is in its purest form. Not just feel it, but like learn about it, intellectualize it, studying it. Okay? There's something like that here. There's some wisdom here, ancestral wisdom with the owl, that you could do with learning about it if you could, because it would shed not only a lot of light into where you came from and what you're capable of, but also to connect a lot of dots. Okay, yeah, King of Cups is here. Again, the energy of parenthood is coming through quite strongly. It's coming through quite strongly. For very few of you, I have to say it, if you are a first-time parent, okay, for some of you, I'm not even going to say what percentage, because it's looking quite high, you could become a single parent within the first 3 months of birthing this child. So be prepared for that reality, okay, because it is a reality. You can only hope that, you know, you raise this child in a two-parent home, this, that, and the other. That's the ideal situation, but that's not the reality for everybody. So maybe it's time for you to think about that perhaps becoming a reality for you. Okay, why do I say this? The King of Swords is here with the King of Cups. This person does enjoy being a parent, however, you two do not see eye to eye. Things are not working, so they could step out. And you are left to be the single parent, okay? So think about that reality as well, potentially for you. I can see that that could be the case for a lot of you here. Again, that's not to scare you. This is for the couple that's already having problems, you know, especially when navigating this whole parenthood thing. Either you are contemplating leaving and becoming a single parent and taking on that journey, or they are contemplating leaving. Okay? Moving on, we've got the Eight of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. For those of you looking for work, I do see an opportunity coming in. For those of you who are quite happy with your job, your career, I do see an opportunity to expand your skill set. Okay? You refining something here. So you can get promoted. Okay? I do see that here. So if you're looking for work, I do see one job opportunity coming in over the next month or so. From when you're watching this video, I do see it being successful. I do see you being one of the strongest candidates based on your experience and accolades. And for those of you who are quite happy with the job that you're doing, I do see an opportunity for career progression. Okay, 8-8 is significant. It showed up again. 8-8-8, in fact. So this is an abundant time for you when it comes to career. Generally speaking, it looks like it's an abundant time with some caveats. But overall, it seems like it's an abundant, prosperous time for you, Cancer. Okay, so that's career. That's showing up here for you. Someone's training to become a therapist. Okay, I do see that here. Someone is training to become a therapist. 8 of Wands. What was I just talking about? Abundance and prosperity being all over your table. The number 8 showed up again, confirming this message. Okay, so for those of you who are dating and or open to dating, I do see a lot of romantic interests coming in. One of them, at least, is sustainable. The other, it feels more lustful. Okay, so they're not looking for commitment. I have to be honest. But there's one here that they're looking for something long-term, sustainable, possibly marriage, that whole thing. Okay, I do see that here. 1 out of the 8 love interests that I see. 1 is a love interest. The other 7 is a lustful interest. I cannot make this up. 8 of Cups is here. with the Four of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So, for those of you who are tired of your relationship, I do see you walking away eventually. Give it a month and a half. You're walking away. You do realize that this person here is emotionally immature. They're too idealistic for you. So I do see you walking away, emotionally checking out, and then working out your exit plan. Number 8 showed up again. Number 8 is very significant for someone here. For some others, I do see that when it comes to love, some of you are looking for a good time. Some of you are simply looking for a good time, no strings attached, the whole thing. For some others, you have opted out of dating completely because you feel that there's an emotional disconnect. You don't know what love is anymore, or at least you haven't found your match when it comes to the love that you expect from people in that way. So you've decided to take a pause for a little bit and kind of just be single for a while until you figure some things out for yourself. Okay, I do see that here. The number 8 is super significant. I cannot tell you how many times it showed up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, 5 times 8 is 40. You could be 40 years old if you're watching this. You could be 40 years old, or your energy could feel like you're 40 years old, so you're quite mature, even though your legal age isn't 40. Okay, you're maturing here. Okay, anything else for my Cancers before I close this out? Anything else for my Cancers before I close this out? One more, maybe. One more, two more, two more. Thank you. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles with the 5 of Wands here. Be aware of your toxic traits, Cancer. Be aware of your toxic traits. And if anything, if you are aware of your toxic traits, no one can use them against you. If you are aware of them, become aware of your toxic traits so that people can't use them against you and make you feel small, out of place, delusional, whatever the case may be. Become aware of your qualities, yes, but also become aware of where you may fall short, your toxic traits. That's how you build confidence, self-trust, resilience, and ultimately, you grow up. You grow up and you become more solid with yourself, and this energy of feeling disconnected from yourself is no longer. Because it's kind of like, well, I know I am like this, and this. I know where I thrive. I know where I fall short. So no one can use that against me. I'm already aware, very aware. And again, you can transmute that into your superpower. Okay? You can transmute that into your superpower. So you can elevate yourself. You know what you're capable of, good and bad. So just have that honest conversation with yourself. Learn about these things and integrate them or release them, whatever it is that you want to do. And with that said, that concludes your reading, Cancer. I hope this was helpful in any way, shape, or form. Let me know in the comments if it was. Don't forget to like the video if it helped. Consider subscribing for more videos like this. If you want to learn more about me, my services, what I do, my blogs, my book, everything else about me, check the description below. Everything is on there. And until next time, stay immensely blessed.